G'day folks and welcome. Let's do that again. Welcome back. Welcome. Let me have a coffee and we'll try this again. I only just got out of bed. Rightio, let's try this again. So, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Alex Does. My name is Alex. Excuse me a moment. I just brushed my teeth. I haven't got any toothpaste on me. I haven't bushcrafted a mirror. Right, so coffee consumed, humanity acquired. I'm ready to now present to camera. And I feel like I'm bowing down at the moment. My tripod broke this morning, which is why you're down there and not up here where I would prefer. I need some sort of solution. Hang on. Because if I let you go, this happens. That kind of sucks. Hang on. Hang on, I'll see if I can improvise something. There we go. There, fixed. That's much better. All right. So yeah, I broke my tripod. I think just because I'm constantly pulling it in, that's not a good movement for me to be doing, is it? I'm constantly pulling. That's not much better. I'm constantly pulling the camera in and out, and of the mount in and out of the tripod. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I've broken it. I need a new tripod. I may be able to fix it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. Alex Does. As I said, we're back. So this for me is day 2 of this visit, and it's day 2 of 3. So it's going to be a 3-part video series continuation of the build. So had an awesome night last night. Really good sleep. There seems to be a progressively growing trend of me sleeping in the morning. I don't know where that's coming from, but I don't sleep in at home. I'm normally up. As soon as I wake up, I'm up and out of bed. But here, I think I first started waking up around about 5 o'clock, 5:15, but kept going back to sleep. And it was 8:15 by the time I dragged myself out of bed. So I could have stayed there another hour or two, except, you know, bodily functions and all were required, so that's what got me out of bed. Yeah, I'm actually on holidays, so what's the matter? And you come out to camp to relax and do the things you don't do at home, eh? Anyway, so on the agenda for today, situation with the weather, I don't know what's going on at the moment. We've got a mix of blue sky and cloud. The sun is up there to my right. I'm pretty sure, so where we are now, obviously, and I know I mentioned this on last week's video, but this, I'm not sure what date this video comes out, so this is a long way in the future. Today's date is actually the 25th of March for me. So yeah, we've just gone through a couple of weeks of flooding, once in a 100-year flooding across a lot of New South Wales, and obviously thoughts go out to those people who have been impacted by that. We did have some minor impact here, as I showed last week, just very minor. That didn't take much to deal with on the fireplace. We did some more construction on the fireplace last week's video, and I'm really pleased with how that's turned out this morning. So I had a fairly decent fire in that last night, just focused towards the back half of the fireplace, and the clay seems to be setting really well. But for today, I don't know what's happening with the rain. I'm almost out of rocks. I'll show you that in a moment. So I'm going to need to go and get some more rocks. But the problem is, because of all the rain we've had, and it doesn't help that there's more coming, the creeks are a little bit too swollen to allow for me to cross, and I need to cross the streams to get more rocks. So I've maybe got enough rocks for another course of rocks. I keep going to call them bricks. Another course of rocks on the fireplace, and then I'm pretty much out. So I might have a scouter. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, everything's just loose as always. My plants are very fluid. So if I can't do that, there's something else I can do. Obviously, there's plenty to be done. So yeah, I am staying again tonight. So I'm just having a very basic meal later on this evening. T-bone steak. I don't know. I've got veg, and I've also got like packet rice mix stuff. So I might have one or the other or both. See how I feel. Yeah. So that's it. All right. So let me show you how the fireplace is faring this morning. So I hope you can see it's not completely dry all the way through. Obviously, I had the fire focused on the back half here, not so much on the front halves, really, because at the moment I'm obviously concerned about the two wooden uprights. The clay is sort of firming up a lot. Like it was quite sloppy when that was all put in, so it's firming up a lot, and you've got good adhesion on these rocks still, but up here it's like they're concreted in. It's real, it goes really solid, that clay, so I'm quite happy with the result. Obviously it's still crumbly, it can crumble, but anyway, so I'm happy with that for now. So but looking at the rocks that I've got left, you know, I've got about 20 rocks here. Not all of them are going to be suitable. So once I've gone through those, then I'm screwed until, well, screwed. I'd have to stop at that point until I can get some more, acquire some more rocks. So what I might do now, I think, while it's early and I feel fresh, I'll empty my backpack and we'll go for a wander down to the creek and see if I can cross it. Obviously I'm not going to do anything silly, just apply a little bit of common sense, which, you know, as they say these days, is not that common anymore, and I can certainly attest to that. So yeah, I'm gonna go down the creek, see if it is safe to cross. If it is, I'll cross. I'm hoping with the flooding that happened over the last few days that it makes the rocks, one, it didn't wash the rocks away, the smaller rocks, and two, that it made them easier to find by washing away a lot of the, you know, the lighter debris and stuff. So anyway, I'll stop yapping. That's I'll empty my backpack and we'll go down and have a look. Well, I'm not having much luck so far finding a place to cross the creek on this side anyway. There's a couple of places I could cross that I would be prepared to cross if maybe I was hiking out of here, because it involves wading through the water, getting very wet feet, and I don't want wet feet and boots this time of the morning, when I'm still going to be here for the rest of the day and the night and tomorrow and all that sort of thing. So and again, the issue is coming back through the creek with, you know, 40 kilos of rock in my backpack. It makes it a bit difficult, so I'll keep searching around. But yeah, it's interesting. Have a look. You can see here, like, this is all from flooding all the way up to that point up there, and the creek's all the way down there. So that's happened just in the last few days. So anyway, I'll keep looking for a place to cross this creek, and if I'm unsuccessful, I might go down towards the other creek, see how we go. I'm going to see if I can get across here. I think I can. I'm pretty confident I can get across that way. Not sure about coming back, and again, it's the whole issue of can I do it with a backpack full of rocks? I'm going to look for a better spot. And I made it back. All right, so yeah, all this sand down here is ready to go. It's super saturated. There's some hollows underneath. Just standing on it, as soon as I stood on it, it feels like it's going to go. I don't want to mess with that, especially with rocks on my back, and get myself into a nasty situation. I did go further up the creek and I have found a bridge of sorts. I've just walked across it and back down to here. It's closer to camp than here. It's a bit sketch, I don't mind saying so. And so I'm going to give that a go. I mean, it's a fallen tree, obviously, that's gone across the creek, a large one, and it does have some rot, and there was a couple of spots where my foot started to sink into it, so, and that was unladen. So I'm going to go back to there and we'll see how I go getting across it in the other direction, and then coming back with some rocks in my backpack. Right, let's go. It's a bit of a bush bash to get here. Camp is actually just up there. Anyway, so this is it. You can see this log here continues and goes across the creek. So yeah, it's nice and big. It ain't so solid as it used to be, but I've walked across here once. Let's see how we go getting back in that direction and then coming back with a load of stone, eh? See what I mean? It's got sections there that are just a bit soft. Oh, all right. There we go, we made it this way. Let's go get some stone. All right, so I've filled my backpack. Here's probably the heaviest load I've ever done. Probably not the greatest time to be getting the heaviest load I've ever done. So, oh Jesus, fingers crossed getting across this, eh? Let's go. Oh Jesus. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Shit. All right, avoid that section next time. That was close. Oh, maybe I won't get as much next time as well, because I am fully loaded. Here we are, back at camp. Couldn't even get the zips up. Look at this beauty. I might have to break this one up. Oh, that was it, 3 rocks. Oh no, one more. That one's practically a brick. Just stopping for a bite to eat, bit of lunch, so something easy, no cook. If you're interested in what I'm eating at all. So I just got a wrap with some salami and fresh tomato and some cheese and mayo. Bloody delicious. Now, I mentioned on a previous video about a particular plant that I'd come across. Not the last video, I think the video before was this one here that I showed. And I asked if anyone knew what it was and whether it was edible or not. Now, I haven't uploaded that video yet at the time of today that I'm filming, so if you ended up answering that question, I certainly appreciate your input. I did end up finding out what that is. So it is an edible native bush tucker plant. Now, I should have written the name down. I think it was Tasmania Sepia. the first word definitely Tasmania with two N's, and then I think it was Scipia. I might be wrong on the second word, but the common name was pepper bush or pepper tree or pepper plant, something like that, and very aptly named. The fruit is edible, the fruit flesh is edible, the fruit seeds are edible, and the leaves are also edible. And I tried one of the fruits this morning, and the name peppercorn tree or peppercorn bush or whatever it is, very aptly named, because once you start crunching into the seeds, it's exactly like you just popped a few whole peppercorns in your mouth and crunching down on them. They are, yeah, quite peppery. Apparently the leaves have the same peppery flavour, so they're good for like, so both seeds and the leaves are good for just, you know, maybe drying or shredding up or crushing or whatever, and then adding to a meal as a pepper substitute. The fruit's still fairly bland. I think they'll probably get to a stage where they get a bit sweet, right, maybe right towards the end of ripening. You can see that one there's been munched on by some sort of animal, and quite a few of them in the area have. Now that I've seen one, I'm seeing quite a few plants around here. So yeah, quite interesting. So there you go. So Tasmania Scipia. If that's wrong, I'll put the name obviously on the screen. Pardon me. So yeah, you see those out in the bush, give them a try. Maybe one day I'll try cooking with them. There we go, that's that next course of rocks there on, and bedded down nicely. I'm trying to keep it as flat as I can. Obviously, you're going to get some rocks where you just, you know, yes, I'm trying to keep it flat, but also, so, you know, you're just trying to fit rocks to the contour of the previous layer of rocks as well to kind of get a solid, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm just trying to get rocks on there. So as with yesterday, I think I'm going to do a last video. I'm just going to do 2 courses per day. I think that's fairly good. I'm pretty happy with it. My only real concern at the moment, it's looking a little bit thin, the wall at the back. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I really need to I want to try and level this side out a bit. Thicken the back, and then also too, it won't be long before I have to start thinking about tapering from the rear and the sides. Obviously not the front is going to just follow along the poles up here until it gets to the point where I'm going to put a cross piece in, which I haven't discussed yet, a mantelpiece of sorts, but I've got something in mind for that. So yeah, I need to start thinking about slowly tapering in the walls so it can come up at an angle, sort of gradually forming a chimney. That's the idea anyway. So I think we're probably about maybe 20% of the way up. So plenty of work to go. Alright, I'll crack on. Alright, that'll do it for today. Rightio, what do you reckon? Coming along. I did have a couple bits. You can see I kind of got a bit of an overhang happening here, sort of in preparation for that taper. It's going to come up like that sort of thing. There we go. And to give you a visual of how deep that is, it's almost up to my knee, pretty much. So it's probably about, I reckon, about 15 inches or something. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I need to cut some firewood and sometime soon we'll get a fire in there and get some of this clay drying out. Yep, nice. Happy with that layer, actually. Pretty happy indeed. It's always good when you're happy with your work, eh? Alright, so hopefully I'm going to get my timing right with dinner and I can get some food done while there's still enough light around for me to get the footage on camera and we're not struggling with light and using head torches and things. Just on 2:30 p.m, so we should do alright by the time I get a bit of coals down, and yeah, I should be able to get my dinner done fairly early. And also get a fairly decent fire started and going to try and dry out some of this clay. So far, fingers crossed, we're pretty fortunate with the direction of the wind. It seems to be taking most of the smoke away, though I'm sure as soon as I say that it's likely to come back in my direction. Which does remind me, I just wanted to give a shout out to a viewer, a regular viewer, a young fella by the name of Ryan, who apparently finds it very funny when I'm choking in smoke. So appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you very much for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, mate. Alright, so anyway, we'll kick back now and keep this fire stoked and going and fed. I've got plenty of firewood there to see me through the night, and we'll get some food cooking shortly. So next up, I just got an onion. I'm going to pan fry this today rather than do the roasting in the fire. Alright, so that's the onion done. I'm just going to take that off of there. I'll just leave that up there. It'll stay warm. I can hear the water bubbling away in the pot, so hopefully the potato shouldn't be too much longer. Alright, hopefully that should be enough. Alright, they're good enough. Can I mash that up with my spoon? Right, let's put in there some garlic butter, or garlic and, what is it? Yeah, garlic and sea salt. It's obviously got some herbs in it. And then I'm going to put the onion in there. And if you're not done, yeah, I'll chuck some cheese in there. Handful of cheese. Mash that around. Oh, I could eat that alone as a meal, I reckon. But I've still got me meat to cook. Stick the lid on. We'll stick that there, keep it warm, and we'll figure out cooking the steak, eh? Let's try. Don't you hate that on the big old bloody hell? Who did that? Me, apparently. All right, pepper if there isn't enough already. Salt. get it on there. Yum. Oh, yum. Oh, cheesy goodness. Look at that. Now that is camp food if ever I have seen it. Look at that. I'm going to dig in. There's scorch marks on that. Perfect. I'm going to quickly dig in, let you know what it's like before the battery goes flat on the camera. Obviously, this is a no-brainer, that stuff. Look at it. Oh, yum. No, I haven't even seen me. That's delicious. The meat, give it a go. Oh, yum. Oh. There's nothing better than a good steak cooked over a coals, like over a flame. It was a bit of a song and a dance to get it in the right place. It's just on medium, just medium. But that's it. Still a little bit pink in the middle. It's perfect. Yum. All right, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll bring you back later. All right, well, that meal was absolutely spectacular. Sometimes the simplest and easiest meals are always the best, especially at camp. But anyway, I'm going to make the most of the last light and bring this video to a close. So this is end of day 2 of this 3-day trip. You'll see day 3 next week, next Saturday at 8 AM on my channel, Alex Does. I totally appreciate you coming along and viewing the content. If you enjoy what you see, if you've got some constructive criticism, some hints and tips on making fireplaces, if that's what you do, or you know better than me, or you just like what I'm doing, whatever, put a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up. If you don't like the content, what you have to do is hit the thumbs up 3 times. That tells me that you don't like the content. Okay, so do that for me 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. All right, so yeah, like I said, that's enough for me today. End of day 2. It's been a really good trip. I feel like I've been really productive. So yeah, so much more I can say. I'm gonna chill out, kick back, stick around a couple of minutes. You'll get a sneak peek of what's happening next week. Otherwise, I will see you next week, as I said, 8 AM New South Wales time, next Saturday on Alex Does. Thanks for coming along. See you later. I'm thinking I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to have a go at filling in this wall panel. That's the one on the right hand side of the door. That one there with some sticks. So this is something I haven't done before. I know I've kind of talked about it in the past. I'm not going to do the mud or anything. I just want to do the sticks. So the questions that have been going around in my mind, because I've done about 0.3 seconds of research on this,